Hi folks, this is Vince with Ads Gaming Addiction, and once again we're going to play Tropico 4. Nothing fancy, just a quick gameplay video for you. We're going to play Sandbox, I think. Let's see, yep. And I think we'll just do a random island. Hi Alex, how are you? Hi Robot Gamer, how are you? Alright, island size, elevation, all that looks good. Political stability, world economy, that's good. Tourism, game length. Population, that's good. Modern times on. Hi there, how are you? Oh yeah, I do too, Hebbers, definitely. Really enjoy it. Alright, so I've got the professor background, heir apparent, entrepreneurial, hardworking, and scholarly traits. Might as well change this up. Saberwolf is sort of like my old name when I used to play before the YouTube days. Okay, so here we are. Let's take a look around and see where my port is. My port is all the way back there, really? Okay. Well, we're going to have to create some roads then. I'd also like to create a few farms too while I'm at it, but this thing's in the way. We'll just do that. There we go. Alright. Now that that's connected, we can actually start exporting some things. Hi, Nasaurus94. How are you? Alright, so I've got two corn farms right now. I'm going to go ahead and change one of them to a cash crop, rather. So sugar, I think, is good. There's green all around here for sugar, so I think that would be ideal. And I think creating a ranch would also be a good idea. The more food types we have, the higher our food score will end up being. Hi, EM, please. So I'm going to go ahead and do, let's see, ranch. And a ranch looks good right around here. Nice and close. And I think we'll also put down some very basic entertainment buildings, maybe like a pub. It's nice and cheap. We'll throw that here. And we're also going to want some cheap healthcare so people don't die on me. So a clinic would be a good idea, I think. We'll throw that like here. I think that'll be good for right now. It's going to take some time for our construction workers to actually build all of these things, so I don't want to overload them. So we have a cash crop. We've got corn. We're going to have a ranch pretty soon.
This is TNT. I am your ever-trustworthy host, Penultimo, and sitting right next to me is my charming co-host, Sunny.
Hi. Love you all.
Stay tuned for some good news, because there is no bad news in Tropico.
Yeah, Tropico 3 and Tropico 4 are very similar games, at least the way they look. Tropico 4 does have modern times, though, which is sort of like DLC for it, and introduces a lot of new structures that are not in Tropico 3. So if you liked Tropico 3 and you want more of it, I would suggest Tropico 4. It's pretty cheap. Tropico 5 is the newer of the bunch, and it's a little different in the way it handles. Tropico 5 does away with being able to set individual rent. Like if you click on any sort of housing, like bunkhouse, for example, you can set the rent manually. But in Tropico 5, you can't really do that, not from a manual sense. So, yeah, there's a little bit of a difference between Tropico 5 compared to 4 and 3. But 3 and 4 are very similar to one another. If you've played 3, you can jump into 4 very easily. I think I might... Let's take a look at our almanac. I want to see how many unemployed we have. Alright, unemployed. We have 12 unemployed, so I'm thinking another production building of some sort to get more money in would be a good idea. Maybe another farm. Tobacco doesn't look good in this area. Coffee looks okay. So why don't we do like a coffee farm, say right here. There we go. Coffee is another cash crop. Oh yeah, 374, definitely worth it, I think. Tropico is my favorite game, I think. Tropico 4 and yeah, Tropico 4 I think is my favorite out of all of them. Tropico 2 is weird because it's a pirate themed game. It's definitely a departure from the series. But yeah, you can't go wrong with $3 or $4 for Tropico 4. Alright, so that's built now. And I think I should still have like 6 unemployed or something like that. I have 8, okay. So I could still do something else. Maybe something to help with my happiness score. Maybe, I've already got entertainment. How about a church? That's 6,000, but that'll help. Yeah, let's put a church down. We are going to need some housing at some point, because we do have a lot of shacks here. Okay, sorry, Robot Gamer. Have a good one. So we are going to need to build some more housing at some point. I like to start with tenements and then work my way up. Tenements are fairly cheap. Not so great on the housing score, but they hold a lot of people. You don't have to build a lot of them. Yeah, me too. It's hard to play games like RTS games or city builders on a console, in my opinion, than it is to play with a mouse and keyboard. It's just more accurate. It's more natural. But that's just, again, my opinion.
Violence broke out in Tropico as the army tried to remove Reverend Esteban from the pub and get him to start the first service in the new church. Several soldiers are missing, presumed drunk. The Reverend had this to say.
Give me another one. And make it a big one.
Alright, let's do a tenement. Get that going here. Get some of these shacks under control. They really hurt your housing score. They're free. They don't pay rent or anything like that. They just pop up when there's no housing available. I would like to get another farm, but some sort of food farm, like maybe pineapples. The more variety of a crop you have, or more crops you have that people can eat, the higher your food score ends up being. So that's an easy way to get some money in the early stages of the game.
My dear Presidente, do you know that your advisor, Penultimo, spells his name with not 1, not 2, but 5 typos? All intellectuals.
Alright, she wants the high school. I'm going to hold off on the high school for right now until I get some more money. A lot of buildings require high school or college educated workers, and I'm not ready for that yet. I want to make sure I've got the economy and the money flow established before I start doing that. But that's just, again, the way I play. Alright, so there's tenement number 1. Let's do... If we do another farm... Pineapple's actually pretty good. Let's get pineapple set up. Let's get pineapple set up maybe over here. I don't think the other DLC is worth it, in my opinion. I think Modern Times is the only one that I would get. The other DLC really only adds like 1 costume, 1 map, like one mission, like 1 special mission or something like that. I don't think the other DLC is worth it. I think the Modern Times one is the one that you want to get. But again, that's my opinion. The other ones are just extra fluff that you really don't need. They just don't offer enough content, I don't think, for their asking price. Whereas with the modern times, you get like bio farms. A lot of your standard buildings get upgraded, you know, to better stuff over time. There's actually a timeline. Like if you, I clicked on this, for example, and if you look further down, you'll unlock new fish farms, sanatoriums, well, not replace, but you can build them in place of like just clinics and hospitals, and you can actually charge for healthcare. Supermarkets replace regular markets, and there's more buildings further down. Alright, let's see what else people need. They need liberty, religion, and housing. Alright, well, we're working on housing. Liberty, that's more of a media thing. Which, I could build a newspaper, but I need 2,000 for the blueprint and then another 5,000. And I need college workers for that, so I'm not going to do that yet. Maybe I will do the high school now. And I'd like to put the high schools and the colleges on ground that isn't suitable for farming. So maybe maybe down here somewhere. And I think I will put down some garages so people can get to and from. So we'll put that there. I'm going to go ahead and quick build that. And then another garage over here. Again, so people can get to and from without having to walk. And the reason I fast build this is because when construction workers come down to build this, a lot of times they don't complete it, and then they end up having to walk all the way home because they didn't bother finishing the garage. Alright, so we've got about $9,000 worth of exports here. That's good. So we're starting to export some of our cash crops.
A petition has arrived at the palace, insisting for a museum.
Oh, okay, that's not bad, though. $7.49 for all the DLC. That's not bad at all. I mean, if you think if you have $7.50 to spare, then yeah, go for it, I'd say. I haven't played the other DLC. I just know that like when I looked at the other DLC on the Steam store page, I wasn't very impressed with, you know, what I was getting. Because the DLC by themselves were like $4 or $5 a pop, and I'm like, $5 for a costume for my character and one mission, maybe one building. Nah, I don't think it was worth it to me. But if it's all on sale for $7.50 altogether, then yeah, I think that's good. That's much better. Alright, I've got 35,000. I'm going to go ahead and get a college going as well. I'll put a college right behind this. I do need more housing, though. Let's go ahead and get another tenement or two in here. And I like to put the tenements next to garages. Do something like that. That way, as soon as people leave their house, they can go into the garage and then go wherever it is they need to go. Hi, Tropican Wars. How are you? Hi, Scottish Roll. Nah, I just started a sandbox, so you didn't miss much. Hi, Brett. How are you? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, for $7.50 for all of that, I think that is a good deal. Alright, let's check my almanac and see. Alright, 3 unemployed and 0 free job. That's actually really good. Okay. So I'll freeze spending for a little while, except on housing. Yeah, so do I. I have 4 and 5 on the Xbox 360, but I also have it here for the
Why don't
PC
you
as well.
try Presidente cereal? Completely organic for people like you, Sonny. It's made from stuff that even animals won't eat.
No cereal can be organic enough. The Presidente brand doing okay then?
Sure, Presidente's so popular, everything with his name sells.
Okay, so the college is up and running. That's good. I think I'll bring in a professor to get our education program jump started. Scottish Rule. This is called Tropico 4. It's a SimCity-esque kind of game, but set in a tropical Caribbean setting. It's a little bit more complicated, too. There's a little bit of a learning curve with it, but if you stick with it, it's a lot of fun. Alright, so my tenements are going up. That should eliminate some of these shacks here. Happiness is around 50%. We could do with some more, let's see, environment, liberty. Yeah, we could do liberty. We need power first if we're going to do those radio stations. Let's see, infrastructure. I'd rather do wind turbines. They're a little expensive, but I'll go ahead and do that. And I'd prefer to put them up high, because down here they only produce 16 megawatts. Up here it's like 38. So I'll put them up here. 39, 40. Alright, we'll put them up here. And I'll put a road leading up here so they can actually get to it. Alright, good. We got college workers, we got high school workers coming, that's great. Next up, what are we going to want? Some more entertainment, maybe a childhood museum. Let's go ahead and throw that right here. And we're going to want, wouldn't mind a little bit of tourism, but I don't want to do that right away. Government, police station, yeah. We need to safeguard our people. So maybe we'll put down, yeah, let's put down a police station maybe over here. There we go. Alright, Childhood Museum is up and running. No, autosave. Oh, side quest.
President, the U.S. Senate is not happy with you and expects urgent measures.
Yeah. They want me to export crude oil. I mean, I guess I can do that. I don't care.
Intelligence reports that subversive elements might be taking violent actions against our government.
Yeah,
You
nothing to
should
worry
consider
about.
is-
I thought you could have... some. Not all. Some require buildings on the side of the roads, others don't. The ones that do have a little arrow, like if you look close enough, there's a little green arrow that's pointing. If it's red, that means it's not connected. If it's green, that means it is connected. But other buildings, you don't have to. Like, for example, the church over here doesn't have anything like that. So you don't have to worry about it. Alright, I'm going to need a substation so I can get the power from this wind turbine over. Yeah, I didn't freeze or anything, so I guess it's the stream again. Oh, yeah, some of the voices are pretty funny.
Look around, Presidente. See the overflowing garbage cans. See the toxic fumes in the air. See how Mother Nature suffers.
Yeah, blah, blah. Invade Russia? I don't think you can do that. That would be pretty funny, though. I mean, I can build an army, but I don't think I could invade Russia. I will need, speaking of which, I will need an army, or an armory, or an army base at least. Oh, we'll start with an armory. This will lower liberty in the area, so I like to put armory and any military buildings off to the side. So we'll do something like this. Nice try, though. Alright, substation is up. I'm going to go ahead and put down a radio station. That should help with liberty.
Our hot topic today, the environment. I believe you have something to say, Sonny?
Dear Tropicans, we are all criminals. Criminals against Mother Nature. Take a look at our once beautiful beaches, now polluted. Take a look at the mounds of garbage, the toxic waste. This is our doing, and we should do everything in our power to undo it.
That's it for the environment. Next week, library subscription fees.
Well, they're complaining about the environment, so I should probably do something about that at some point. Export iron.
Comrade, I have a secret task for you. It is a matter of international urgency.
Okay, iron. I can export iron. It's no problem. There should be some iron deposits on the island somewhere. Alright, let's see. If we go to mine, and we look around, looking for red. There we go. There's one right here. Alright, so we can put this down here. And then we'll connect it via road. There we go. And we'll just fast build this or quick build it. I've got the money for it. That'll bring in some income too. The U.S. also wants me to get oil, so let's see if there's any oil on the island. There should be. Oil well. Oh yeah, that's lucky right here. That'll work. Now we were also worried about the environment, so usually there's some type of let's see, I'm looking for a garbage dump. There we go. Now you'd think a garbage dump would make things worse, but actually in this game it actually helps the environment. So I'm going to throw it right here. Robocraft, I have not.
People are demanding elections, and El Presidente demands your vote. Vote El Presidente, or else.
Alright, what else can we improve? Housing quality, still an issue. Environment. We're getting the environment taken care of. It's no problem. Another clinic might be a good idea. Just to increase our medical score. Alright, Alright, so we'll throw that there. And then, let's see, recycling. The upkeep of the garbage dump will be doubled.
Peace and love, dear Presidente. Please accept this flower wreath as a gift and hear my plea.
Okay. Yeah, recycling. And we'll go ahead and... The garbage dump generates less pollution. We want that. And then reduces the pollution in the surrounding area even more. It's going to cost us more power to do that. But it's actually good for us. Because we do have elections. And I want to make the people happy. So that I can remain in office. Housing quality, again, still an issue. I'm going to have to do something about that. So maybe if I did... Let's see... I could do some houses. Houses are a fairly good way to do it. They're a little expensive, but... There we go. And maybe a garage over here as well. Build 2 new garbage dumps.
The world is in danger. Only we can save the planet.
I don't need 2 garbage dumps. I got 1, that's enough. She's crazy. And again, this is the Modern Times expansion as well. So over the course of time, we'll be seeing some new buildings that will be replacing the ones that I currently have out. Like these farms will eventually go away and we'll make them biofarms.
Europe has taken serious antitrust measures against several American companies. The U.S. has responded by setting duty fares for European commodities.
Yeah, I don't mind pissing off Europe. Well, Tropican Wars, some do, some don't.
Presidente, Tropicans await elections next year. They wish to show their everlasting love and respect for you. They may have used different words, but that does not matter.
Okay, yeah, I don't need speech. I've got plenty of votes, no problem.
Tally-ho, chap. Our people have become very partial to your goods. Could you send us some more?
Alright, so the only thing I'm producing right now are pineapples. Everything else I'm not producing. I could chop down some trees, I suppose. That should help logging camp. We'll just throw that, say, right here. Oh yeah, sorry to hear that. Hi, Hunch. Homing, how are you? Hunchum. I don't even know how do you pronounce that? Hunch homing or... I'm just going to call you Hunch. How about that? Alright, so I got some houses. That should help with the housing score a bit. Alright, approval rating is nearing 60%. That's good. Alright, I'm going to need a ministry at some point so I can start enacting some other things. There's some policies and edicts that I can enact, so I'm going to put that down. And... another Teamster's office might be a good idea. Teamster's offices help you ship things around the island. Like goods, like shipping them around to your dock, for example. So I think having another one of these would be a good idea. I'm going to put that right here. Alright, let's see what my unemployment's like. We've got 1 unemployed and 8 free jobs. Okay, so I need to stop building structures at the moment and let people come into the island to fill these jobs. So I'll wait. I can build more housing. I suppose. Like there's some shacks back here, for example. I could maybe do a few houses back here. I could put it next to this garage. There we go. That should help out a little bit. Maybe a tenement too.
Underrepresentation, Presidente! You are not on the minds of your citizens at all times!
Have 2 childhood museums. I can do that. That's very easy. I could use another entertainment building anyway. So we'll just put another one down. I'll put one down over here, since I'm going to have some people living over here as well. And maybe another restaurant. I have a pub, but I don't have a restaurant, so I might as well put that down. I could put it next to the garbage dump. I'm sure people would love that. I don't know. It depends.
My dear Presidente, the election day draws near.
It depends on how much free time I have and everything else. I'd like to.
Great calamity, Presidente. All of my wife's birthdays are coming, and they want presents.
I'm supposed to... $5,000? I don't know. Fine. I'll give them money. I got $50,000 in my bank, so I'm not too worried about that.
Congratulations, Presidente. You have won the elections. People are
I've never
content.
seen so many smiling people on the streets. It's almost like all mothers-in-law suddenly left the country.
Alright, what else can I improve? Just the housing quality from the looks of it. That's still at 39%. Now I can add climate control to these tenements. It increases the amount of power they require. But I do have a wind turbine up here that is providing power. Yep. 40 megawatts out of 21. So, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and do that. That should increase the housing score a bit.
Most blessed Presidente, the time has come for us to plan the construction of a new cathedral.
Yeah,
a true
yeah.
monument to our...
Cathedral, huh? How much is that going to run me? A lot of money, I'm sure. Although it is time for a new church, so we might as well. Because I only have this little dinky church. Alright. Cathedral, $20,000. My goodness. Alright, well, we'll throw it here. Next to the garbage dump. They're going to be happy with that. Alright, some housing just showed up. Good. Yep, and it takes time for these to build. I only have one construction office, so... And each construction office, I think, has like 7 or 8 construction workers. This is sandbox mode. So I'm just sort of having a little bit of fun here. Each campaign mission takes about half an hour, 45 minutes to do. And I wasn't sure how long I'd have, so I figured I'd do a sandbox. Excuse me. I'm on my 5th stream today, so I'm getting a little worn out. Yep, you can. A little sun will appear over the building, and that means the construction will speed up.
Venerable leader, the mighty Chinese dragon has a request for you.
Export goat cheese. I guess so. I could do that. Just go to food and resources, and then ranch, and then choose goats. And then we'll put down the goats, say, back here. There we go. It's a free $5,000. Might as well. Alright. Oh, housing is up to 46%. That's good. So it looks like people are starting to be... Now, I may want to increase wages a bit. I'm going to go and increase wages from the unemployed or the uneducated from 5 to 6, all the way across the board. So all uneducated workers are going to get a raise from 5 to 6. So they should be thankful for that, hopefully. It's going to drain my bank a little bit, but not a whole lot. It's not like I'm giving them a huge raise. Although we do have some more shacks over here. Let's go ahead and do some more tenements. 1, 2. I built a custom one. I like the education traits and the entrepreneurial traits, the ones that give me a flat-out bonus to production, education, stuff like that. I'm going to go ahead and build another wind turbine too. I'm going to do that. 40 megawatts. Yep, we're going to need it. Which one do you like building? Do you like a custom avatar, or do you like a pre-made one? My president, I think, is over here overseeing the construction. I know there's a button for him.
Are you a rebel?
Oh, there he is.
What do you want? I'm busy ruling. What matter requires Presidente's attention? What is it now? What do you want? I'm busy ruling.
I don't know where he's
going.
Are
you a rebel? What matter requires Presidente's attention?
How much money do I have in the game? I have, on the bottom left-hand corner, I have $102,000 at the moment. You can see your happiness. Well, not my happiness, but the approval rating, basically, of all your people. How much money you have, the current year and date, population, all that jazz. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade climate control on this tenement. Make the housing quality go up. I could be a rebel. What do you want?
Being such a great country is a hassle, I can tell you. That is why we decided we want something in return. We are imposing a freedom tax on all countries of your caliber.
Alright, I'll pay them $5,000, but the reason I'm doing that is because they provide me with
Crane, our listeners are probably
financial aid every year.
Answer to my next question. What is your favorite animal?
Well, Miss Flowers, when I first came to your island, I was struck by the beauty of one of your magnificent creatures, the llama. It reminds me of my mother.
Oh, llamas. I don't like llamas. They are rude and spit at you.
Just like my mama.
But yeah, the U.S. will give you, the U.S. and USSR give you financial aid every year, so staying on their good side is generally a good thing, because they'll pay that, they'll pay you back in spades. I'm gonna go ahead and hire some ministers. I think some foreign experts. I could use existing educated workers, but I'd rather keep them where they are and just hire more educated people. That'll allow me to enact some edicts that I wouldn't be able to otherwise. Okay, unemployed 3, free job positions 5. Okay, so we're still doing pretty good there. Entertainment, I guess we could use some better entertainment. The movie theater is pretty good. It's cheap on power and it can provide a lot of entertainment, so I'll put one down here. The world premieres one increases the service quality by 20. That's a nice one to have. So I'm going to throw that down right here next to all these housing. And at some point, I'd like to get some, I want to get some tourists on the island. So maybe we'll start that too. Get some tourism. Get a tourist dock going. Rotate it maybe over here. There we go. We need a road. Not an ideal place. I mean, there's an armory nearby, but I really don't care. As long as they pay me money, I'm happy. I'm gonna go and just quick build this. Alright, we do need a garage. So they can get to other parts of the island. And we're going to need hotels. I could do a skyscraper hotel. I suppose I could do that. It's not connected to the electrical grid. Okay, so I need to get that what is it? Electric substation over here. There we go. Quick build. Quick build uses more money, but I've got a lot of it, so I don't mind doing it. Okay, what was I doing? Oh yeah, tourism, skyscraper hotel. Yeah, this one needs to be connected to a road. We'll set a manual fee. There we go. And I'm going to set the fee to like
Today we have invited
40, I guess. 35.
To find out more about the growing friendship between Tropico and the EU.
I just came back from a splendid luncheon with my dear friend El Presidente. I can assure you that as long as I get to eat your scrumptious Tropican scones with my tea, the relations between our countries will remain splendid.
No vice president. Nope. Penultimo helps you. He advises you every now and again, but no, you're like the sole leader. You're the dictator. Alright. So now I've got a skyscraper. Now tourists will visit my island and spend money to stay there. They'll also, I'm going to go ahead and do it like a scenic outlook. They can spend money there. Cocktail bar. They can spend money here. Beach site. They can spend money over here. If I can find a place for it. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's a very loaded question, Vade. There's a lot to it, but again, it's like SimCity, but set in a Caribbean theme. That's like the overall
Comrade,
idea.
Our plan for winning the Cold War needs to enter the next phase.
Alright, I'm already exporting iron, so I'm just going to accept this. I'll complete that automatically. But basically, build buildings, keep people happy, make money. But it's a delicate balance. It requires playing the game over and over again until you get used to all the different mechanics. Let's see. I want another tourist dock so that more people show up more often. I'll add a road here. This isn't connected, really? It should be. There we go. Ten tourists have arrived. Okay. I've got $20,000 worth of exporting here. That's good. So I'm still making some money. I want to consider, since I have a lot more buildings now that have maintenance costs, I want to see if I can find production buildings that will give me more money. So maybe I might want to consider other industry types besides just cash crops. So I'm thinking industry. We've got coffee. So if I make a cannery, and we've also got pineapples. So if I build a cannery, I can make canned coffee and canned pineapples. I can export that. I can also do a chemical plant, which doesn't require any input. Rum distillery requires sugar, which I think I do have. I can turn that into, yeah, rum. I'll go ahead and do that. That pays a nice hefty penny. So I'm going to put that back here. There we go. I'm exporting a lot of stuff.
Dear Tropicans, join
I'll show you.
the moment of silence.
Income.
I have a horrible hangover from a girls' night out at the cocktail bar last night. In unrelated news, Penultimo is suffering from a moderate concussion caused by blinking too loud near me.
Okay, so income, I'm getting about 28,000 from farming, from mining 11,000, logging 6,789, industry 12,000, tourism, general overhead. So this is sort of like my total income here. I know there's a way to see what things in particular. Trade, export. Okay, here we go. Trade overview, maybe. Top import. No. I know there's a way to see. Oh, top export. There we go. I'm exporting crude oil. That's my top export, 12,000. Then iron, which is 11,000. Pineapple, 10,000. Sugar, 10,000. Logs, coffee, corn, beef, and goat cheese. So these are my current exports right now, with crude oil being the best. But I want to try and do better than that. So I went ahead and built a rum distillery so that rum could be my next top export.
Presidente, may your children be many and your camels always healthy. I want to discuss trade with you.
All right, well, he wants me to export weapons. I could do that. I'd get some decent money for that, although that would... Weapons will lower your standing with other nations, but I'll go ahead and do it. Money is money. So we want industry, and I get the blueprints for free. It's 15,000. I need iron, I think, for this. Assault rifles. Yeah, if I do assault rifles, the US and USSR relations are lowered by -5. Handguns, the production of the factory will be down by 10%. Landmines, the production is raised by 10, but the relations with both the US and USSR are lowered by 10%. We'll stick with assault rifles, that's fine.
And now, Father Jim with comments on the new rum factory.
The God-fearing Tropicans have always made and used rum for our daily praise of the Lord. Now, with industrial qualities of rum, we will send our joy to God, and He will give us His blessing.
Yeah, okay. I'm exporting that. Alright, so we've got about 57,000. I'm going to cut back on spending for a little bit until we get our money back up there. We've got about 27,000 at the port right now, at the dock, waiting to be exported. Over here, we've got... Yeah, we're making some money off of the tourism. Not a whole lot, but we are making some. Five tourists have arrived. People are still happy. That's good. There's not one subject that they seem to be complaining about. If there were, they'd be in red here. These red numbers, they'd be red instead of green or blue. Okay. So I'm just waiting for this to start producing. Oh yeah, okay. Input storage 97, output storage. Okay, so we're starting to export rum, which is good.
Listen up, everyone. As you know, The Soviets want to nuke the Americans, and the Americans want to nuke the Soviets. And somehow, they want to do this in the Caribbean to save the planet and Tropico. El Presidente has enacted general conscription. I'll meet you in the barracks. Exercises on how to stop a nuclear missile with your body begin at 1300 hours.
Export canned fish.
Venerable leader, some mighty Chinese dragon has a request for you.
Nah. I'm glad Scottish Roll. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Again, it takes some time to get used to if you've never played it. But it is a lot of fun. Alright, I've got about 105,000 here. The trick is keeping your money up while keeping your the happiness of your people up too. Because you've got a balance. You can make a lot of money in this game, but if you don't keep your people happy, you'll lose elections and you'll lose the game. So you want to try and, you know, make a balance of the two. Alright. What else can I build? Fire station. I guess I'll need a fire station at some point. Guard station. Nah. Education media. Another radio station, maybe? Yeah, we'll put a radio station over here for liberty purposes. Liberty is one of the things that people need in order to stay happy. Right now it's 66%. Housing quality is still at 48%. It's probably my lowest one. So I still need to concentrate on this. That's right. I'm probably going to end this stream soon anyway, so you're not going to miss much. I think we're about an hour into this already, and I would like to eat. Alright, I'm going to do some more tenements over here. Okay, well, while there's a lull in the action, I think I'll go ahead and just, put an end to the stream here. If you guys do want to see more Tropico, let me know. If you guys haven't already, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Tropico is probably my favorite game, so if you have any questions... Let me pause the game.
Everyone is fighting everyone, and in the end, they all lose.
I hope our rebels will not get any funny ideas about guerrilla warfare.
Alright, yeah. Sorry, I was being talked over.
They wouldn't dare show their faces outside of the jungles.
If Penontimolo would shut up, thank you. Okay, so like I was saying, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. If you have any questions about Tropico, feel free to ask them in the comments of the video. This is my favorite game, and I know a lot about it, so feel free to ask questions. If you guys haven't already, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. See you guys later.